Hello and welcome to another video on the Night Ministries channel. I am your host, Jeremy Knight. Don't forget to like the video and enjoy the show. Okay. Hello. This will be part 3 of my previous video. Yes, I'm doing a part 3 on the same topic. Still complaining about atheists. On the same topic as the previous 2 videos. So yeah, same topic. And I'm complaining about atheists. This is part 3. Okay? Okay, in this part, I want to complain about atheists always demanding proof. You know, they'll always demand proof of things like God's existence, the Trinity, a young Earth, which I won't give them because I don't believe in a young Earth. But yeah, they'll always demand proof of a young Earth, and I'm like, I don't believe in a young Earth. Stop trying to get me to give you proof of something I don't believe in. They'll demand proof of a global flood, and again, I'm like, I don't believe in a global flood. Stop trying to get me to give you proof of something I don't believe in. Yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm not an extremist. I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm not a young earth creationist. I don't believe in young earth creationism. I don't believe in a global flood. So stop trying to get that type of proof from me. I'm not going to give it to you because I think it's just as stupid as you do. Okay? I think young earth creationism and global flood is just as stupid as you think it is. So stop trying to get me to prove it to you. Okay? And on that note, I also think that flat Earth is just as stupid as you think it is. So please, for the love of all that is good in this world, stop generalizing Christianity. Stop it. Stop generalizing Christianity. Not all of us have the same beliefs. Especially Christians like me. But there is proof out there for the existence of God. There is proof out there for the existence of God. I said that right. There is evidence. There's evidence out there for the existence of God. And it's right under your nose, really. In fact, I'm reviewing books that lay out evidence for the existence of God in my book review series. So yeah, in my book review series, I'm reviewing books that lay out evidence for the existence of God. That's the existence of the God of the Bible. Books like Navigating Genesis, A Matter of Days, Hidden Treasures, Who Was Adam, and the one I'm currently reading, Why the Universe Is the Way It Is. The one I'm going to read next is More Than a Theory. That's the one I'm going to read next. But those are the book reviews that I've done. So go watch my book reviews, and you'll find a lot of evidence for the existence of God. Go buy those books and read them. Remember, not sponsored. I get no money from this. But I do enjoy those books. I enjoy those books a lot. And I will release a book review on why the universe is the way it is. I will release a book review on that book here pretty soon. It's going to be one of my future videos. Once I finish it, of course. Once I finish that book, then I'll work on the book review. That's usually how it works. I don't work on the book review while I'm reading the book. I work on it after I finish it. But yeah, the evidence is there. It's right under your nose. It's right in front of your face. The evidence is there. You're just not looking for it. And when we present the evidence, you refuse to accept it. Now remember, these books are not young Earth. They're books that agree with the mainstream science while supporting Christianity. So they combine mainstream science with the Christian faith, like I do. I combine mainstream science with the Christian faith. So I accept Big Bang Theory. These books incorporate Big Bang Theory into what they're talking about. And that makes them a little bit more accessible to your average non-believer, in my opinion. These books are a little bit easier for your average non-believer to read, in my opinion. And I like them because they allowed me to accept a lot more of mainstream science. Because, yeah, I used to be a young Earth creationist. You should know that if you've seen my Why I Left Young Earth Creationism series. But yeah, I am very good at what I do. And I'm getting tired of atheists that don't understand that not all Christians believe the same stuff. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so I was just looking through the books Navigating Genesis and Who Was Adam. I was just skimming through those books for a few things that I wanted to know. So in the book Who Was Adam, it has the date for the Noah flood being 20,000 to 30,000 years ago. But I think it was more along the lines of 30,000 to 40,000 years ago. That's 3 followed by 4 zeros. Okay? Thirty 30,000 years ago. Okay? And the book Who Was Adam is a very good book. Gives historical evidence for historical Adam and Eve. And gives biological evidence for a historical Adam and Eve. You should read Who Was Adam. It's a good book. I thought the date was in Navigating Genesis, that's why I skimmed through it first, but the date isn't in there. It's in Who Was Adam for some reason. But they are good books. You should read them. Anyways, I just want to make it clear again. I don't believe in a global flood. There are a lot of flaws to the whole global flood thing. And I think the argument is just as stupid as you think it is. The stupidest part about it is the canopy. The canopy that a lot of young earth creationists either still believe in or used to believe in. Yeah, the canopy is the stupidest part about young earth creationism's global flood. It really is. Okay? I'm glad we got that cleared up, okay? So, I just want to talk a little bit about what I see when I look up at the night sky. I see the wonders of the universe. I see the wonders of creation. I see proof that God created the universe. That's what I see when I look up at the night sky. I see proof that God created the universe. This is why I love using astrophotography as wallpaper on my phone. This is the reason why I got a calendar hanging up behind my computer that has pictures of astrophotography for every month. Because, yeah, I really like astrophotography. It's somewhat of a hobby of mine. And I'd like to one day get a good telescope that can actually do decent astrophotography. Because right now I don't have a good telescope for that. And yeah, the book that I'm reading right now talks a lot about astrophysics, astronomy, and that type of topic. Why the universe is the way it is. It talks a lot about astrophysics and astronomy and cosmology. I used to be really into that stuff. I still am, but I'm still more of a math nerd than anything else. I'm a math nerd. And I think I always will be a math nerd. Speaking of math, I see math as the language of God. Math is the language of God. And a lot of atheists don't like it when I say that. Math is the language of God. Yes, I mean that in a metaphorical sense, not a literal sense. But I think you understand what I mean. Math wouldn't work so well with nature if God didn't design nature that way. God designed nature to work well with math. As I like to say, we didn't invent math, we discovered math. We didn't invent algebra, we discovered algebra. We didn't invent calculus, we discovered calculus. That's the way I like to look at it. And there's actually a philosophy behind that. There's a philosophy behind the idea that we didn't invent math, we discovered math. There is a philosophy behind that. And I think it's that idea of us discovering math in the mind of God that kind of makes math a proof for God's existence. Yeah, math is a proof for God's existence. Remember, when I was in high school, I would normally get straight A's in math classes. I would take advanced math classes and I would get straight A's. I was taking calculus for dual credit in high school and in college, and I was getting straight A's. Still to this day, I think if it hadn't been for favoritism, I would have graduated high school with honors. If it hadn't been for favoritism, I would have graduated high school with honors. But that's the subject of a different video. And I might make that video someday. I don't know yet. But yeah, I think we're good. Okay? Okay, so I've probably been talking for long enough, so I'm probably going to have to expand this into like a part 2 or part 3 or part 4. I was planning on splitting this series into 4 parts anyways, but I've drone on long enough, so I'm going to stop the complaining here and we'll do a part 2 later on. Okay? So keep an eye out for the next part. Okay? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell. And follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. This has been a video on the Night Ministries channel. I am your host, Jeremy Knight, and I just want to say, see you next time.